it's Jennifer Priest here with another installment of the Daily Scrapbook page. So since today is 4th of July, I am making a patriotic scrapbook page. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the UPC strips off this paper. Now this is really old scenic route paper that I've had forever, and it's one of my favorites. When they were going out of business, I actually ordered tons and tons of packs of this paper because I love it so much. But you could use any plain cardstock or just a subtle patterned cardstock to do this same kind of layout. So there's a trend in these single page layouts where they'll have like one picture and then maybe there's some layers of like vellum and doilies and other things peeking out, but it's kind of confined to just one section. And I like that look, but it's just not practical for me as a multi-photo scrapbooker. So what I'm going to do is first use some sheets of vellum as my base. And these are just 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to cut them down to 10 inches long, actually just a little bit shorter, 9.5. And these are going to kind of form where I'm going to lay my stuff out. So instead of doing just one frame, I'm doing like one big frame, and I'm going to have pictures all across here. So I just kind of want to get a feel for where this is going to be. And I'll go ahead and cut the rest of my paper that I'm going to use for my layers here. So this is 12 by 12 cream cardstock by Bazzill, and since these are 8.5 by 9.5, I'm going to cut this slightly smaller. So I'm going to cut it to 8 by 9.25. So then these will meet up in the middle, and that vellum's going to peek out just a little bit. Then I have this other piece of just some map paper that I'm also going to cut to 8.25 by 9.5. And I will put one piece under this side, under my vellum. I'm just going to kind of have it layering, and then the other piece here to kind of continue across. Alright, so I have two stamps. This is a really old Stampin' Up! Stamp, and then I have this little star stamp from the My First ColorBox line of stamps. They're for kids, but you could totally use them for your regular stamping. So first what I'm going to do is just stamp some stars around with my frost white. And now what we're going to do is some embossing powder. So I'm going to go ahead and apply embossing powder to both of my pages at the same time, and then I'll heat set it at the same time. Just because otherwise I have to clean it up twice. And I don't want to do that. Now I want to show you one of my favorite tools. This is a craft funnel from Clearsnap. And I can't tell you how many times I've spilled embossing powder and stuff and glitter trying to get it back into packaging. So this is really handy for when you have something like this and you want to put it back into the container. And it helps make no mess. Alright, so I'm going to set my stamps to the side. And now I'm just going to heat set my embossing powder. Okay, now that these are heat set, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of spray ink. So I have two different kinds here. I have Smooch Spritz in Navy Twinkle, which is a really deep color, and then I have these two Stephanie Barnard sprays in Sky and Blueberry. So since the only part that this part's going to be covered and this part's going to be visible, I just want to spray a little bit for some interest, not a lot. And for Navy Twinkle, it's messy, so I'm gonna put some paper towels under here.